I'm Lori Clairhout at laurieclairhout.com, and I'm curious about whims. So I have invited my friend Melsha from melshashay.com to talk about whims today. Hey, Melsh.
Hey,
I'm
how are you?
curious to start. I'm great, and I know that you're great. Am
I'm
I
pretty
right?
good. I think you're right.
I'd like to ask you first, when I say the word whim, what do you think about? What does it mean for you?
Usually for me, whims are intuition. Um, for me, usually there's a little bit of fear behind that. And for me to accept the whim, I step outside of my comfort zone and just follow it and see
Mm-hmm.
what happens.
Mm-hmm. And now, what I'm also curious about whim finding. We've talked about this a little bit before. It's a curiosity of mine, and I'm curious. What would it mean to you, whim finding?
I feel like whims find me. I don't go out looking for a whim.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like I'm in a situation, an experience, a moment. A whim comes along and says, "Hey, you should go dance in the middle of the street right now." And that fear that I was just talking about is like, "No, you shouldn't. People will talk." But really, if you're really listening, it's a whisper from the soul, I feel like, and you
Mm.
should follow it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just got the tingles. Now, you followed a whim last summer. Can you tell me a bit about it? Or it found you and you responded last summer.
Yes. I was sitting in a parking lot waiting for friends to meet them for lunch. And I wanted to find more joy and happiness in my own life every day. And I thought, I'm going to do that through pictures. And I created the hashtag summer on purpose and vowed to find one item of happiness or joy or something that I'm grateful for every single day of the summer. And when I took on that vow, probably day three, I was like, find something every day. This is going to be really hard. And by the end of the week, I was finding like three things. And I found myself saying, oh, sorry, I'm posting one more item of summer on purpose. And then I was like, you know what? Yay for me finding three things to be happy about.
No
So when you're
kidding.
awake and open to finding that information, you're going to see that happiness is already happening in your life. And you just need to embrace it.
And so what happened? People followed it.
People followed it. There were over 700 posts using the hashtag Summer on Purpose. Most of them were on Instagram, some were on Twitter, a few on Facebook, of people posting their moments of joy, happiness, and gratitude throughout the summer. And because it was one season, and a lot of people view summer as a happy season, it made it a little bit easier to find happiness and joy every day.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I had an amazing cross country adventure down into the States, New York and Boston. And I thought that was going to be my big moment of the summer, but I quickly realized that it's in the little things. The little things being present, that's what brings you most joy. And my most favorite moment of the summer was my husband and I were at a wedding, and we sat in the back of his truck on the tailgate while the bride was out getting her photos, and we were having a cocktail, and it that was my most favorite moment of the entire summer out of everything that we did, and we did a lot last summer, and it really confirmed that it is in the little. It is about the little things.
That is so beautiful. And I also know that because of the little things, because of turning your eye toward the little things, you're now working on something new that's not so little. Can you tell us about Shift?
Um, so Shift was born because of the whim that I followed in the summer for Summer on Purpose, and the feedback that I got back from people from Summer on Purpose was that it helped them to find happiness in their life, no matter what they were going through. I was finding joy in a dark room on migraine day, so it's there. So I created Shift as a way to create more happiness, more joy, more play in everyday life. And I wanted to share that with other people who are wanting to experience the same. And if those people attending are finding more joy and happiness in their day, that's going to trickle out into their worlds, into their homes, into their communities, which will trickle out even further and creating more joy and happiness in the world.
A giant shift.
A giant shift.
And I think it's a shift we're ready for. Yeah.
It's a shift that I wasn't ready for until last year, and the project of Summer on Purpose was the beginning of my shift of wanting to have more happiness and joy in my life, and creating it. It is happening if you wake up to it, but also there's opportunity to create more of it for yourself.
To find that space.
Yeah. So Shift was created. We're bringing together 7 amazing presenters, each in their own field, and putting their own twist of joy and happiness on it, and sharing their knowledge in ways that will speak to each individual in their own way. So there's creative elements, there's soulful chatting and hormone balancing and mallet making and swinging from swings.
I can't wait for the swing. And I love, love, love that you followed a whim. And I love where it's taking you.
Too.
Yeah. Thank you so much for talking about whims.
Thank you for having me.